Hello everyone, here I'm going to explain the synaptic transmission of impulses. Impulse means nerve impulse or action potential from one particular neuron to the other neuron, the closest neuron to this neuron. How exactly action potential now jumps from this neuron to this neuron. So this is the second neuron. So we just label it. This is the next neuron, second neuron, and this is the first neuron. So we have two neurons here. Okay, action potential which is generated here in this first neuron, and now it is transmitted. That's what we have studied recently in the previous video, that is how exactly action potential is generated, and ultimately it reaches the end of the axon. What do you call this? This is called as axon terminal. So just let me write AT, axon terminal. Now the action potential reaches the synaptic knob. Synaptic knobs are the end of the axon. Okay, so which contains a bulb-like structure. This is the synaptic knob. The specialty of the synaptic knob is having vesicle-like structure. Vesicular structures, you could see here 1, 2, 3. We have 3 structures, and these structures are actually nothing but called as synaptic vesicles. Okay, so they are called as synaptic vesicles, which is containing or composed of many tiny structures here. These tiny structures are called as called as neurotransmitters. These are chemicals, neurotransmitters. For example, acetylcholine is a type of neurotransmitter. Okay, so synaptic vesicles mainly contains neurotransmitters. These are the chemicals. Okay, so they play an important role in the transmission of action potential from this particular neuron to this particular neuron. They are very, very important chemicals for transmission of the nerve impulse between the two neurons. That is all about synapse. Synapse is nothing but it is the functional junction. So functional junction between the axon terminal of one neuron. Okay, so of one neuron and the second neuron's dendrites. That's it. So this is the second neuron dendrite. Okay, so let me just label it. This is actually the dendrite of the second neuron, and this is actually the axon terminal or synaptic knob of the first neuron. Okay, so now let us just label it. Actually, synapse mainly contains 3 important parts. Okay, so this is the first part of the synapse. Okay, so we just label it. The first part of the synapse is called as presynaptic knob. Presynaptic knob. Okay, or we can also write this as presynaptic membrane. Okay, so we just write it as membrane, presynaptic membrane. And here this is the starting point of the dendrite or the membrane of the dendrite, and this is actually post synaptic membrane or knob. Okay, so we just write presynaptic membrane, which is now separated by, that means two neurons are separated by a fluid filled liquid here. So this is the region which is nothing but fluid. Okay, so a liquid is there, and this is actually called as, this portion is actually called as synaptic cleft. So synaptic cleft separates presynaptic knob of one neuron from postsynaptic membrane of another neuron. So that is called as synaptic cleft, which is a fluid. That's it, a fluid where your neurotransmitters actually swim within the synaptic cleft and reaches the dendrite, that is postsynaptic membrane of another neuron. Okay, and here in the purple color you could see the specialized receptors, that is actually of this particular plasma membrane of the dendrite containing specialized receptors, and these receptors are very specific to specific neurotransmitter. So here the neurotransmitter of one particular neuron is going to bind to this particular receptors present within the postsynaptic membrane. So let me write receptors. So we have receptors for what? For neurotransmitters. Okay, so now let us just see the mechanism, how exactly this transmission of impulse takes place. Before that, I just have to tell you this. Synapse means nothing but it's the junction, functional junction between two neurons, that is presynaptic membrane and the postsynaptic membrane of another neuron separated by a cleft called as synaptic cleft. That is nothing but synapse, okay, containing three important parts. Okay, so here there are two types of synapses which will be seen in the living organisms. So let me just write, there are two types of synapses. Okay, so the first one, which is normally not seen in human beings, which is rare in human beings, that is called as electrical synapse. Electrical synapse. Okay, so what is this electrical synapse? Here you don't see this synaptic cleft, okay, between the two neurons. So this is the one neuron, and very close to this neuron, at the close proximity, you could see the another neurons dendrite here. So you don't see the gap here. Got it? As a result, the action potential which is now reaching this particular synaptic knob, that is presynaptic membrane, will directly collected by the postsynaptic membrane of another neuron. So there is no gap, actually no gap between the two neurons. Okay, so this is electrical synapse, and it's very quick process, that is transmission of the nerve impulse, which takes within a fraction of second. But in the case of human beings, we have this type of synapse. So I'll write here, the synapse is called as the chemical synapse. Chemical synapse. We have chemical synapse. It's a bit slower compared to the electrical synapse. Electrical synapse normally seen in spiders. Okay, so that's the reason why I know they are very quick. Okay, so they can actually take the impulse and show the regulatory response to that within a fraction of second, not like human beings. Okay, so chemical synapse is simple. This is the diagram of chemical synapse. Here you could see these two neurons are separated by a gap here. Okay, and we need chemicals, that is neurotransmitters, for the transmission of the action potential from one neuron to the other neuron. Without neurotransmitter, we cannot transmit action potential from one neuron to the other neuron. That is called as chemical synapse. Here we need chemicals for the transmission of the nerve impulse. That's it. So chemical synapse. Okay, so another specialty is in the chemical synapse, the two neurons are actually separated by a cleft called as synaptic cleft. Okay, synaptic presynapsis, synaptic cleft, and postsynapsis are nothing but synapse, okay, which is the main component of chemical synapse. Whereas in the electrical synapse, you see presynaptic membrane or region and postsynaptic membrane or region of another neuron where synaptic cleft is absent. That's it. Okay, so there is no separation. Okay, there is no gap between the two neurons. Okay, now let us just deal with the mechanism. Okay, so with the help of the diagram I can just explain it. So here let us assume that here we have action potential which is now reaching the axon terminal and now enters into synaptic knob. Okay, so action potential already entered into the synaptic knob of the axon, and now it hits this particular synaptic vesicles. The action potential now hits. Okay, so like this, and now which makes this synaptic vesicle to move towards the membrane, the end of the synaptic knob, and the membrane of the synaptic vesicle now merge with the membrane of the synaptic knob. Okay, membrane of the synaptic vesicle now merges with the membrane of the synaptic knob, the plasma membrane. Okay, so ultimately now you could see that's what actually shown in the blue color, because synaptic vesicles are drawn in blue color. Okay, the outline. Okay, so ultimately they merge and ultimately they open here where they start releasing, because they are containing lot of tiny structures called as neurotransmitters, and now the neurotransmitters will be released into the liquid, that is synaptic cleft. Okay, so from presynaptic membrane the neurotransmitters are now released into this particular region, the gap, which is actually called a synaptic cleft, and ultimately these neurotransmitters are finally picked by, that means the neurotransmitters are going to bind to specialized receptors which is present within the plasma membrane of the second neuron, that is postsynaptic membrane. They are going to bind to it like this. They will bind to this, and now this creates depolarization in the second neuron's dendrites. So ultimately a new action potential is generated. Depolarization, that is nothing but reversal of the charge. Okay, so that is actually the thing. Whereas here we have more negative charge before we receive this neurotransmitter, outside we have positive charge, and now when these neurotransmitter bind to the receptor, so the charge now reverse. That means outside becomes negative, inside becomes positive. This is depolarization. That is nothing but production of action potential, okay, generation of the action potential in the second neuron, and it will be continued throughout the neuron. And again, when it reaches the end of this neurons, that is a synaptic knob, and again the same mechanism will be seen. Okay, this is normally seen in human beings and it's a bit slower. Okay, so this is very, very important. Electrical synapse is very rare in human beings, whereas chemical synapse is very common in human beings. This is a very important point, and you need to know how to label this part. Okay, this diagram, very, very important for your competitive examination. Very, very important. Okay, so ultimately synapse is nothing but the junction between the two neurons, which is now separated by a gap called a synaptic cleft. Okay, so this is all about from this session. Hope you understood this. Thank you.